Hi, welcome to Sailing These Knots. You may recognize us from running aground, or being on the ground, or having a boat that's on the ground. But in this episode, we're gonna go sailing.
We did do a lot of motoring.
We are gonna move our house instead of it just being permanently affixed to the ground.
Nice.
Really just don't want to run out of gas.
This episode we bring you is like nothing else. By the end of it, you'll see why they say there are two types of sailors. Those who have run aground and those who lie. We arrived to the Turks and Caicos after a 270 nautical mile sail. This was the first time it was just the two of us. This is how it went.
What did you think of our first overnights, just the two of us?
It wasn't so bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely woke up so tired today.
Well, that's because you first drove from, what, like 9:30?
Yeah, maybe
10 p.m. until like 3 a.m.
I watched like 2 movies and then I was like, oh, I can't do it anymore. And then I went to go in there just to stretch my legs and she's like, do you need me to replace you?
We converted our dining table into a bed, and then we've been trying to be safer and stuff. So, but all in all, it was pretty good. Unfortunately, we did do a lot of motoring because the wind died.
While spearfishing is illegal in the Turks and Caicos, angling and lobstering is totally fine. Due to the reef that surrounds Turks and Caicos, fishing is good all year round.
It's crazy. We're still in over like 2,000 feet of water, but just right there, it goes to 20. The fishing here, I'm sure, is unreal. We still can't even get a reading on our depth.
Usually, when there are dramatic drop-offs, it makes for a very good fishing environment. Unfortunately for us, we can only catch barracuda because of the speed that we travel.
Go fast. Go,
I
let it
wonder how
go.
long we've been dragging this guy for. It's not a toonie, I think it's a cootie.
Oh.
Our conundrum is it's $100 for a week to like not be issued a cruising permit, but like to wait for a weather window, or $300 for 3 months. I think that's the plan. We're just gonna get the cruising permit and hang out in the Turks until it looks good. But I want to check the weather before we do that.
Yeah, because last time we looked, it didn't look like it was gonna be good within a week, so probably we'll have to stay longer anyway, and hopefully it'll be a cool place to hang out.
Oftentimes, on overnight passages, you end up a little sleep deprived. This is a little snapshot inside Carol's head.
Man, there is like no wind. You can see straight to the bottom. Come on, fishes! I missed it. Crazy. Should we get in? Or do you want to just get there?
Come with me while I go check in to explore the Turks and Caicos.
That was Bruce's impression of my shorts. Go with me, check it. Oh, what's it called? Immigration and Customs. Bruce went to Customs, which is kind of turning into a fiasco. And I think they're going from the marina to the airport to do the cruising permit. And I stayed here, and we have moved to this abandoned marina, which is really nice and protected from the wind, which is pretty honking today. But I can't tell if we're dragging anchor into this. Into this wall. I'm pretty sure we're just swinging. So it looks like we've gotten closer to it. But I am a little bit panicking because our windlass also broke yesterday. So yeah, I'm really hoping. I also think all the 2 other boats near us, I don't think anyone's on them to help me. So we'll see, but I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure we're just swinging.
The windlass is a device that raises and lowers the anchor with the touch of a button. Without it, oftentimes you have to lift the anchor by hand, and it's got mud and sand on it, which usually results into about 80 pounds of lifting. And somehow, ours broke.
Trying to fix the windlass. Yeah. Our friend's over next to us.
said they've had problems with their windlass before, and it's kind of what we're experiencing right now. So when I hit the button, it doesn't go up or down. So I'm gonna take it out and just gotta unscrew this piece and then push it up. But the connections all seem to be good, and then the solenoid will flip. So
have I whined on the GoPro yet about our windlass being down? Our windlass is down, which means I'm the windlass, because I'm too afraid of Bruce doing it and me doing something and crushing his fingers. So
I will bear that responsibility.
yeah, he's better at not crushing my fingers than I am. Alright, it's really not that bad unless there's mud on it, so we'll see.
Do you need a hand?
We're gonna go to the reef.
As we were moving to the reef, I accidentally ran aground next to Bonefish Shipwreck. Running aground is the most dangerous thing that can happen to your boat.
Shit, we're bumming. We're bumming big time.
We're stupid. Our boat has a 2.5 draft and we're on the ground by a lot.
Yeah. The tide was going out and we were trying to like cut across this bank, more or less. But we're like, oh, we're gonna go anchor back over there because it showed like 4 feet, and on our way we hit the ground and I only had one engine and we kind of like skip, got stuck, and then we just spent the past, what, 2 hours trying to get this thing unstuck.
Yeah.
But
yeah, the dinghy's up front on the halyard to try to pull the weight forward to get the weight off the rudders. And we even got a hatchet out to try to like chip away rock underneath the rudders.
yeah. And but the worst part is apparently we're like there are 10,000 flies absolutely everywhere. We just sprayed the spray and it seems to be helping a little bit. But there are just so many fries. So now we gotta wait here till midnight. It's 3 o'clock. So midnight is the highest tide, so we'll probably be able to get out before that, but
Look how shallow it is.
you wanna show them underneath the boat? All right, we're 20 minutes from the lowest tide. Time to show you what the bottom of the boat looks like. Oh wow, that's so crazy. We're only in a foot of water. Look at that water line. Learn from our mistakes, don't fuck up like we did. But in my defense, I'm blind to one eye and I can't see out the other. It's 5:30. Low tide is officially over. High tide's coming up. Got Simo on the grill. She's the saving grace for all this right now. Alright. Let's look and see how far off the ground we came. So you can kind of see the water line there. Let me show you guys what I think is the shallowest part, which is kind of actually underneath the queue. That was a bonehead move by me, but hopefully here shortly we'll be getting out of here. Next 2 hours or so.
All right, we're free. What time is it? Let's see. All right, it's 8:27 and we are free.
Freedom!
That sucked. We got free and then we got stuck again, and now we're free again.
Right here is where we ran aground yesterday. So we're trying to avoid it by miles and miles. So we're gonna be stuck here in the Turks for at least another 10 days. So we're in no rush to get to one location. But we are in a rush to get off the ground if we're ever on it. That's for dang sure.
True.
Oh, this is a three-parter. Part 1, check to see if there's any damage from being on the ground. Part 2, check the anchor. Part 3, shower, wash my hair. And pit.
A 4-parter.
That's a 4-parter.
The first order of business was to check the rudders. The rudders steer the boat, so it was most important that they were functioning properly. Next to check was the keels. The keel suffered some minor damage, and the paint was worn all the way down to the fiberglass. Usually, when this happens, you need to get the boat hauled out and repainted, because without paint, it can lead to bigger problems.
We're ready, Barbie.
Okay, follow these knots. Those knots. Follow these knots. Figure it out, everybody.
Thank you.